Hi everyone, I'm Greg, Bioinformatter on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Moxfield. So B101, there's zeros and ones in there. People will call me Bio for short sometimes. And I'm Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Moxfield. YouTube, I do box breaks. I actually haven't posted anything for a while. I've got a big backlog of things to post. But today I got some Dominaria Remastered um, boxes in today earlier than I expected. So I decided I gotta start cracking into this right away. So we will see what kind of goodies are in here. Okay. So far I've got three of these draft boxes, and I have two collector boxes. And I'm trying to discipline myself and deal with the anticipation of waiting for the collector boxes. And I think I will go through the draft boxes first to get more familiar with the cards, and then I can be surprised by the fancy treatments in the collector boxes. Um, and then I've got at least one more shipment coming in with some extras of both kinds. Um, so we've got our cardboard toppers, talking about the draft archetypes within this set. So we got Blink, Madness, Goblins and Zombies, Cycling, Threshold, Life Gain Loss, Storm, Recursion, Auras, and Ramp. I've never played Draft. I'm just an EDH commander player, um, and I crack into the packs, and I buy some singles when I have to, and build some decks. Okay, so we got our packs out. And first pack. So we'll kind of see how these are organized. So it looks like we got our token slot on the bottom. Okay, we do have our commons at the top of the pack, so I can just go through in this direction. Don't have to do flippy stuff. Okay, so since this is the first box, this may take a while, and I may read a lot of cards out to you. I think I've got. I like to go with fixed focus. So on these, I'm not going to go like going too high to the camera isn't going to help you. It isn't going to like autofocus. But hopefully for a first pass, I think I can adjust now that you've seen my treasure token and my name. Maybe I will adjust the focus up a little higher. So it's just when I leave it on autofocus that gets a little jittery. And I kind of don't like that as I'm recording. And yeah, so here I'm really doing raw breaks here. I'm not reprocessing this. I'm just kind of doing the break, finding the stuff that I think uh, is interesting to talk about, and I post it. um, so I'm not doing any fancy editing yet. I'm not at that level of time investment on this. It's just that if I crack one of these, I want to share it with people that can't break into one on their own. So at least they can get an idea of what they get out of these packs. So I think we will let that be slightly blurred and get our closer to the top. So we got Symbiotic Beast as our first one. Common. Lightning Reflexes. And Glintwing Invoker. Renewed Faith. Goblin Turncoat. Krosan Restorer. Festering Goblin. Giant Spider. Mystic Zealot. Mishra's Factory. It's our first uncommon. Invigorating Boon. Confiscate. Helm of Awakening. So that's cool. Spells cost 1 less to cast. You want to speed up your game. But that, benefits your opponents as well. So, recoil. So, yeah, so this is a slot. So let's see what they call these in, I think they are, okay, so this they're calling the retro frame. So we got a retro frame recoil, which is an uncommon, it looks like. But I think the foil retro frames are going to be like the go-tos in this. We have an island, and it's got the, I do like that border on these, particularly when it's foil. I think they really look cool. Okay, I'm going to put my lands up there. And we have an elephant token. Token, kind of let that go off to the side. Okay. Okay. We'll pick up steam when we get the hang of this. Okay. Spark Spray. Trusty ye old counterspell. Auramancer. Twisted Experiment. Symbiotic Beast. Lull. Terror. Mog War Marshal. Thieving Magpie. These are uncommon. Swords to Plowshares. Valduck, Keeper of the Flame. Nantuko Shade. Wild Growth. Nantuko Shade was actually our rare. And we have Wild Growth in the retro. Renewed Faith as a foil. It's a common. And here's a Plains. And Goblin. Evil Eye of Orms by Gore. There's the regular version of Wild Growth. Grape Shot. Snap. Sun Clasp. Veiled Serpent. Drifting Meadow. There's battlefield tapped. Okay, so it's a cycling land. I'm going to put that over in the land slot, even though Ickerslick. Lull again. Stand and deliver. Uncommon. Lightning Rift. Nature's Lore. Denizen of the Deep. Borderless. Street Wraith in the retro. Forest. And a bird. Subterranean Scout. Leaden Fists. Nomad Decoy. Phyrexian Debaser. Adia Seer. Avon Fisher. Remedy. Smoldering Crater. Cycling Land. Juggernaut. Okay, Tormod's Crypt. Tiana, Ship's Caretaker. Phyrexian Scuda. Entomb in the retro. Sukara Lancer. Okay, that's a little... I'm confused why a common is this far into the pack. No. Okay, well, there's a common here. Mountain. And Griffin. Yeah, I don't know if I had a brain fart there or not. I think that was a little strange. You know, the Entomb, I think is good. I'm gonna do a quick peek. Entomb. Yeah, so that's like a $20-ish card there. Lightning Reflexes. Glintwing Invoker. Renewed Faith. Goblin Turncoat. Krosan Restorer. Sukara Lancer. Wormfang Drake. Vigilant Sentry. Dread Return. Gem Palm Incinerator. Dragon Blood. Clifftop Retreat. So Clifftop Retreat enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a mountain or plains. And then Okay, red or white. So I don't know what the lands are going for in this cycle. Thran Golem is our retro. Then we have a foil slot here. Daragaz's Caldera. So when it enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you return a non-lair land you control to its owner's hand. And yeah, so it's like a Triome-ish kind of thing. Forest and Goblin. Retrieving my keyboard, which I precariously balance on my lap here because for lack of desk space. Okay. Straight Wraith. Elvish Aberration. Undying Rage. Oven Eyes. White Mane Lion. Nightscape Familiar. Howl from Beyond. Stonewood Invoker. Frantic Search. Squirrel Nest. Tatiova, Benthic Druid. Congregate. Enlightened Tutor. So I know that's good. Frantic Search is our retro. And a mountain is a land. And another goblin token here. The Enlightened Tutor is 27 on its own. So not bad. But I gotta remember that these are more expensive boxes, so it takes more to reach expected value for a box. Cole Stoker. Open Eyes. Pacifism. Cackling Fiend. Wild Growth. Good old Ornithopter. Polluted Mire. Phyrexian Rager. Wild Dogs. Mesa Enchantress. Elvish Spirit Guide. Griffin Guide. Sulphur Falls. Yeah, so between Sulphur Falls and Clifftop Retreat. Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick look up just to see what kind of range these are in. So Sulphur Falls. Okay, so Sulphur Falls is 306. And Clifftop Retreat is 379. Okay. So it's like a $3 or $4 kind of deal on the lands. Here is a Mind Stone in the retro frame. And we have an island. And an elephant. Subterranean Scout. Leaden Fists, Nomad Decoy, Phyrexian Debaser, Adiasir, Kieldoran Gargoyle, Chain Lightning, Slippery Karst, okay, Cycling Land, Wax and Wane, those are going beyond commons, Mystic Enforcer, protection from black, and Threshold. As long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, Mystic Enforcer gets +3/+3 and has flying. Dromar's Cavern. Okay. Uncommon. Solkanar the Swamp King is our rare in retro. Okay, so it seems like if you get a rare slot in the retro, then they put a common in the retro slot. I think that's what's happening. Penumbra Bobcat is the foil slot. Swamp and Zombie. Yeah, or something's going on. Maybe that's happening when there's a foil in the pack as well. So it's some combination of the foil and getting a rare that's in retro, I think may make a difference as to whether that common is showing up. Seaton's Desire, Mace Tail Histrodon, Man of War, Radiance Judgment, Cackling Fiend, Goblin Matron, Frantic Search, Kieldoran Gargoyle, Dragon Engine, Necro Savant, Thran Golem, Illusion and Reality, Saproling Symbiosis, Mog War Marshal, retro, Plains, and an insect. Grape Shot, Snap, Radiance Judgment, Street Wraith, Elvish Aberration, Mind Stone, Dress, Penumbra Bobcat, Skirk Prospector, Quicksilver Dagger, Factor Fiction, Pain and Suffering, Last Chance, so a mythic, Take an extra turn after this one. At the beginning of that turn's end step, you lose the game. So you better have your stuff together. Drawl News Crusade. So all goblins get +1/+1. All goblins are black and are zombies in addition to their other creature types. Island. Squirrel. Cole Stoker. Urbanized. Pacifism. Cackling Fiend. Wealth Growth. Chain Lightning. Terminal Moraine. Okay, so this one isn't a cycling land, but it's 2-tap, sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land card, put that card onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Okay. Terror. Jalum Tome. Unfortunately, we just got this in the Brothers War artifacts, I think. So there's a lot of like overlapping reprints here. I think they could have spaced it out better. But Fire Blast. Battle Screech. High Tide. Okay. And Tuku Shade. So this is in the retro. And it's rare. And then we're having a common after it. Howl from Beyond. Then we have Forest. And Goblin. Okay, so it didn't have to have a foil to have that extra common showing up. So I don't know if this is by intent or just the ways things are working out in this box. I don't know if I'm like missing a slot or something. Let's see if we get one that doesn't have a foil but doesn't have that issue. We'll see. Sandstorm. Goblin Medics. Aquamoeba. Cleric of the Forward Order. Urborg Siphon Mage. Wormfang Drake. Remote Isle. So that's a cycling land. Festering Goblin. Even Fate Shaper. Deadwood Treefolk. Oops. Order in Chaos. A Wrath of God. So we've got a Wrath of God, so I think that's price-wise, I don't know what that works out to. We've got the Fa Adias Seer in the retro. Okay. Then we have our foils. So that's our retro. And this one does have a foil. So it's the White Mane Lion. So we have the foil retro. A swamp. And a bird. And just to see. Okay, 389 for the Wrath of God. So. Okay. Wretched Inurid. Primal Boost. Empty the Warrens. Hermetic Study. Savannah Lions. Urborg Uprising. A Lull. Mog War Marshal. Even Fisher. Floodgate. Flame Tongue Kavu. Improvised Armor. Jester's Cap as our rare. 2 sacrifice Jester's Cap, search target player's library for 3 cards and exile them that player shuffles. I wonder how the rules work on that. So we have a Goblin Matron. Okay, yeah, so okay, we had a regular rare, then we had a common, one of these, then it goes to the land, and a squirrel. Urborg Siphon Mage. Werebear. Ember Beast. Peregrine Drake. Spirit Link. Remote Isle. Western Goblin. Wormfang Drake. Giant Spider. Rada Iridakeld. Gerard's Verdict. Wall of Junk. Ooh. Gauntlet of Power and Borderless. So I think that's worth a bit. Renewed Faith in the retro border. Forest. And a bird. $9.28 for the borderless. So I'm going by TCG mid. Pacifism. Phyrexian Ghoul. Kavu Primarch. Cole Stoker. Cloud of Fairies. Renewed Faith. Remedy. Juggernaut. Smoldering Crater. Milliken. Call of the Herd. Circular Logic. And Helm of the Awakening in the retro. Okay, so here's a case. We got a rare. Helm of the Awakening in retro. So that was in the slot, and I think that if you're getting a retro in your rare slot, then they're not letting you have a retro in the retro slot. Because I get Snap in the retro slot. So I think if you get a rare in the retro border, you're not getting another retro in the pack. Swamp. Cat. Now, I don't know if that is fully the intent, or whether it's something screwy with the box. But all my boxes are going to be, initially are from the same vendor, so they're probably all going to have the same behavior. Emerald Charm. So untap target permanent, destroy target non-aura enchantment, target creature loses flying until end of turn. Avarax. Impulse. That's actually nice, cool art there. Icacian Javelineers. Hyalopterus Lemure. Veiled Serpent. Mystic Zealot. Drifting Meadow. Sawtooth Loon. Undead Gladiator. Recoil. Exploration is the rare. So we have a Quicksilver Dagger. Ooh. Okay. Urza's Incubator. And it's a foil retro. So I think you can get 2 retros if the retro falls in the foil slot. So that's pretty sweet. Because we have a Plains, and this one's just an ad card. But if I recall, Urza's, yeah, $37.59 for the retro foil of Urza's Incubator. Yeah, so getting a discount of 2 on a creature type turns out to be a good thing. But I actually own... I don't know how many printings there were of Urza's Incubator, but I don't know if I have an original or one of the other printings, but I do already own one. Wretched Anurid. Primal Boost. Empty the Warrens. Hermetic Study. Savannah Lion. Urborg Uprising. Howl from Beyond. Stonewood Invoker. Solar Blast. Damping Sphere. Oh, what fun. Nantuku Monastery. So this is another that's got Threshold. It becomes a 4/4 green and white insect monk creature with first strike until end of turn. It's still a land. Activate only if 7 or more cards are in your graveyard. Okay, so that's uncommon. But Faceless Butcher. Vexing Sphinx is our rare. Empty the Warrens. Island. And Insect. Yeah, Vexing Sphinx is only $1.24. Twisted Experiment. Primal Boost. Lightning Reflexes. Glintwing Invoker. Oromancer. Ickerslick. Break Asunder. Sukara Lancer, Vigilant Sentry, Sarah Angel, Gamekeeper, Croesus's Catacombs, Zira Arian. So it's got flying and black, red, green. Tap, target player draws a card. Deadwood Treefolk is the retro. Island. Cat. Battlefield Scrounger, Ridgetop Raptor, Cloud of Fairies, Momentary Blink, Phyrexian Ghoul, Obsessive Search, Orim's Thunder, Remote Isle, Life and Death, Turnabout, Icy Manipulator, Opposition. So in our rare slot, we got a retro. Yeah, so opposition, tap, untap creature you control, tap target artifact, creature, or land. And then we have a common in the next slot, giant spider. We have a foil, snap, mountain, and a cat. I note that, so as far as I can tell, yes, I think foil versions of these lands probably aren't available in the draft unless they're super rare. So far we haven't hit any anyhow. Emerald Charm, Avrax, Impulse, Mycacian Javelineers, Hyalopterus, Lemure, Deep Analysis, Dragon Engine, Terminal Moraine, Wild Dogs, Dragon Whelp, cute little mini dragon, Dralnu's Crusade, Daragaz's Caldera, Arborea, a world enchantment. Creatures can't attack a player unless that player cast a spell or put a non-token permanent onto the battlefield during their last turn. Okay, we have Icy Manipulator as our retro, Forest, and a squirrel. And checking my phone. Okay. Phyrexian Debaser, Krosan Restorer, Subterranean Scout, Leaden Fists, Nomad Decoy, Mind Stone, Duress, Penumbra Bobcat, Skirk Prospector, Night and Day, Dark Withering, Rith's Grove, ooh, Entomb in Borderless, Wild Dogs, Retro, Mountain, and Goblin. So Entomb in Borderless is 1987. Kavu Primarch, Spark Spray, Counter Spell, Oromancer, Twisted Experiment, Phyrexian Rager, Goblin Matron, Ornithopter, Slice and Dice, Terravore, Street Wraith in Borderless, Legacy Weapon. It's a mythic. So, exile target permanent. If Legacy Weapon would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, reveal Legacy Weapon and shuffle it into its owner's library instead. So it's a Wooburg to exile a target permanent, with a chance you'll get it back. Momentary Blink is the retro. Ooh. Enlightened Tutor in foil. That's a winner. Swamp. An Elemental. So Enlightened Tutor in foil, 2690. So it's an artifact or enchantment card at the top of your library. I actually don't use tutors, or I haven't started using them yet. I'm considering them for one deck that I'm building, but Battlefield Scrounger. Yeah, so like I'm not really a combo person, so I don't like getting that specific with my tutors. I'm okay with things where I have to dig a certain amount into the deck and be able to cast something from that pile. I normally play green, but some decks where you are trying to do some sub thing that either to like a secret commander or something, or you do need to get some pieces out. I would consider it. I just haven't tried that strategy yet, but I think the one that I'm working on might be appropriate. Cloud of Fairies, Phyrexian Ghoul, Momentary Blink, Kavu Primarch, Deep Analysis, Phantom Flock, Slippery Karst, Oviomancer. Ovino. Ah. Ovinomaster. Mancer. Not Oviomancer. Ovinomancer. Okay. Assault and Battery. Storm Entity. Pashalik Mons is the rare. So whenever Pashalik Mons or another goblin you control dies, Pashalik Mons deals 1 damage to any target. And you can do 3 in red. Sacrifice goblin, create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. So, interesting. Duress. Swamp. And an ad card. Okay, so this is the last pack of the 3rd stack. I mean, the 2nd stack. 1 more stack to go. Goblin Turncoat. Ba Aria Seer. Spark Spray. Horseshoe Crab. Momentary Blink. Obsessive Search. Solar Blast. Polluted Mire. Orum's Thunder. Zombie Infestation. Spiritmonger. Chainer's Edict. Pyre Zombie in retro. So we've got our rare retro, which means we're getting this common Mind Stone in the next slot. And a Plains. And a Saproling. So it's $4.93 for that one. Fire Goblin. Sunclasp. Street Wraith. Elvish Operation. Undying Rage. Open Eyes. Phantom Flock. Sook Ada Lancer. Veiled Serpent. Lightning Rift. Nature's Lore. Dread Return. Arcanus the Omnipotent. Draw 3 cards. 2 and 2 blue. Return Arcanus the Omnipotent to its owner's hand. Okay. Then we have Dread Return. This is our retro. And we do have a retro foil slot for an uncommon. So we have the foil retro version of Squirrel Nest. And a Plains. And an Insect. So let's see, just out of curiosity, how... Okay, so it's $6 for, $6-ish for this version, $5.95. Yeah, and the other foil is $2.70, and yeah, so there is a premium, at least at the, maybe it's just this card in the uncommon. The retro foils are the chases, I guess. at least at the draft level. I don't know if there's anything extra special in the collector boxes that go for more. Momentary Blink, Evil Eye of Ormsby Gore, Wild Growth, Grape Shot, Snap, Chain Lightning, Terminal Moraine, Terror, Jalum Tome, Swords to Plowshares, Squirrel Nest, Congregate, ooh, Mystic Remora. So that's there's several versions of Mystic Remora now. That's secret layers and all kinds of things, I think. Lull is our retro. Swamp. And a Goblin. But since so that's just a regular Mystic Remora. So that's 731 even as a regular. We'll find. Okay. I mean, this version isn't bad, but I think that the Secret Lair version is probably more desirable. Urborg Siphon Mage, Werebear, Avrax, Acacian Javelineers, Peregrine Drake, Mystic Zealot, Drifting Meadow, Ickerslick, Break Asunder, Dragonblood, Gempalm Incinerator, Mesa Enchantress. And we have a borderless Absorb as our rare. And then we have a retro counterspell. An island. And a Sapperling. Okay, it's only 270 for the Absorb. And borderless. Whitmane, Lion, Nightscape Familiar, Satin's Desire, Macetail, Kirstodon, Manowar, Break Asunder, Solar Blast, Avon Fisher, Wax and Wane, Mystic Enforcer, Quicksilver Dagger. Okay. So we have a Woodland Cemetery in the retro rare slot. Let's see if that so retro is 510 for the retro. Okay. We have a grape shot in the common slot after that one. We have a foil slot for Spirit Link. Island. Squirrel. Sunclasp. Street Wraith. Elvish Aberration. Undying Rage. Ovid Eyes. White Mane Lion. Deep Analysis. Vigilant Sentry. Goblin Matron. Elvish Spirit Guide. Griffin Guide. Necro Savant. Siege Gang Commander is the rare. Rada Air Tekeld in retro. Forest. And an elephant. Wretched Anurid. Emerald Charm. Empty the Warrens. Hermetic Study. Savannah Lion. Remedy. Juggernaut. Smoldering Crater. Dromar's Cavern. Factor Fiction. Flame Tongue Kavu in borderless. Sarah Avatar as a mythic. So, Sarah Avatar's power and toughness are each equal to your life total. When Sarah Avatar is put into a graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it into its owner's library. 4 and 3 white. It's a mythic. I will look that up after this. Spirit Link is our retro. Spectral Link. Spectral Links is our foil. It's actually pretty cool. Mountain. And a goblin. Oh, Sarah Avatar. I called it Avenger, but it's an avatar. Oh, it's only $1.04. Okay. It sounded cool. Radiance Judgment. Cackling Fiend. Sandstorm. Goblin Medics. Aquamoeba. Cleric of the Forward Order. Ornithopter. Terminal Moraine. Phyrexian Rager. Illusion and Reality. Thran Golem. Fire Blast. Clifftop Retreat is our rare land there. Juggernaut in the retro. Mountain. Elemental. Nightscape Familiar, Seaton's Desire, Mace Tail Herstodon, Man of War, Radiance Judgment, Howl from Beyond, Stonewood Invoker, Mogwar Marshal, Obsessive Search, Deadwood Treefolk, Pain and Suffering, Even Fate Shaper, Arborea is our rare retro. And Radiance Judgment is that common right after it. You have a Plains and a Goblin. Yeah, so 1343 for the Arborea in that frame. Urborg Uprising, Symbiotic Beast, Ember Beast, Impulse, Spirit Link, Wild Dogs, Chain Lightning, Frantic Search, High Tide, Battle Screech, Treva's Ruins, Royal Assassin is our rare, Peregrine Drake is our retro, Ornithopter is our foil, Swamp, and a bird. Yep, so the Royal Assassin is jank. It's 50 cents. They can't all be winners. Urborg Siphon Mage, Werebear, Ember Beast, Peregrine Drake, Spirit Link, Orum's Thunder, Slippery Karst, Mindstone, Duress, Flesh Reaver, Spectral Lynx, Spite and Malice, Royal Assassin again, back-to-back packs, Flame Tongue Kavu, Island, and Sheep. Okay, we're down to our last two here. Cackling Fiend, Sandstorm, Goblin Medics, Aquamoeba, Cleric of the Forward Order, Keeldoran Gargoyle, Dragon Engine, Polluted Mire, Terror, Dodecapod. Fire and Ice. Crop Rotation. Last Chance in Retro. Slippery Karst. Island, and a Goblin. Okay, so Last Chance in Retro is 1131. Jalum Tome. Hyalopterus Lemure. Battlefield Scrounger. Ridgetop Raptor. Counterspell. Penumbra Bobcat. Skirk Prospector. Phantom Flock. Dedapult. Order and Chaos. Voice of All. Arcades Sabbath. So flying, at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice unless you pay. And each untapped creature you control gets +0/+2 as long as it's not attacking. And it gets +0/+1 until end of turn for paying white. White Mane Lion is retro. Vigilant Sentry, foil, plains, and an elephant. So, I am not going to belabor the prices on things, but I'm just going to say yeah, I mean, Enlightened Tutor, Entomb, Boria. I didn't even look up Exploration to see what it's worth. A Gauntlet of Power. I don't know that I even looked up Jester's Cap. Last Chance. Another Enlightened Tutor. Helm of Awakening. And then out of here, our Last Chance, Arborea, Squirrel Nest is foil. I don't know about Opposition. I didn't look it up. But Urza's Incubator is a big one. Helm of Awakening, I'm assuming isn't bad. Entomb. Yeah. So, Tomb, Helm of the Awakening, Urza's in foil, Squirrel Nest in foil, Woodland Cemetery, Arborea, and Last Chance are the likely best hits there. But I think here having Enlightened Tutor in foil and Enlightened Tutor not in foil, that's pretty good. Mystic Remora, two different, I've got this Entomb, I've got the other Entomb. Yeah, so I don't know if this is enough to add up to the price of the box. I kind of forget exactly what I cost for these. I know these were more expensive than normal draft boxes by quite a bit. But yeah, so there's some cool cards. I've got more of these to break, but I think I'm going to try and get this one posted as quickly as it takes to upload it to YouTube, which can be a bit. But I'll jump on the other ones and see if I have luck with that, and eventually I'll get into the collectors. And hope we really get some gas out of those. But so I am Greg, Buy One for Matter on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Moxfield. And I do box breaks like this, at least to record them for posterity, even if, I don't really expect someone to sit through these entirely, fast forward at will to see the good stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching. And you'll find me on Twitter hyping streams of all the nice people I've met along the way playing EDH, and they branch off and do their own things different. Some of them do arena, some of them do role-playing stuff. So there's a lot of overlap between fandoms and formats. Yeah, so thanks, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.